Hey there guys, Timothy here with Duels with the Planeswalkers 2015 multiplayer. I'm going to be playing the Golgari deck, the kind of pseudo graveyard deck. My last video, the audio got cut off, and it's possible, the audio is going to get cut off at some point here. I'm not sure why, but the audio usually, when I'm replaying the videos, it's fine for about the first 20 minutes, and then it just, it starts getting very, choppy, and then it just cuts off completely. You can still hear the game, but you can't hear the commentary, which is really weird. I don't know why it's happening, but I'll leave the audio for the games that have it, and for the ones that don't, I'll just go ahead and leave the game in there, but turn the audio off on it. If it's really choppy, I'll just cut it out. But this Golgari deck's pretty sweet, except when you draw this hand. This hand sucks. It can do some really cool things, but it also has a lot of really bad draws. It's not as consistent as the Boros deck that I like to play, but if you watch the other video, then you saw, how powerful cards like Vengevine and Spider Spawning can be, and that's very powerful. This hand's okay, because there's a Wayfinder in it. Otherwise, it'd be very subpar. I also mentioned in the commentary, which I had to cut out, unfortunately, how good Covenant of Blood is. Here we don't have any double black spells, so I like taking the Forest instead of the Savage Lands. We don't really need black fixin'. But yeah, Covenant of Blood is a card that can stabilize very, very well. Ooh, didn't see that coming. Except, yeah, I saw that coming. So, he gets an extra +2/+2 with every creature he attacks with. It's pretty good. Exalted's a very cool mechanic. I really like it. But just to, hopefully the commentary goes through so I can explain, some of the deck choices here, or card choices. One of which is Nylia's Disciple. I think it's a great stabilizing card. Especially when you start chaining them together. Nylia's Disciple can very easily draw you, or, take you back from a situation that you're really losing in. Also, Genesis Hydra into Nylia's Disciple is really awesome. But this deck's kind of slow to get going, especially if they have removal for your first early game stuff. But, yeah, cards like Nylia's Disciple and the Landfall gain 2 life creature, they're very good, and Covenant of Blood is very much the same. What is this? 1/4 Vigilance. I'm okay with that. This is a 4/4 coming at me. I'm gonna not block that so that I have more Covenant stuff. And the question is, do I Genesis Hydra for 3 this turn? I'm inclined to say yes, just because I don't have much else going on. I could also just leave Titanic Growth back. Next turn, well, I'm going to Genesis Hydra so that next turn I can Covenant of Blood, assuming my creatures don't die. And I don't hit anything, of course, but there aren't a lot of low drops in this deck, but that could have hit the Landfall guy, or pretty much anything like that. I think this next turn he probably attacks with the Vigilance guy, and if my creatures are both up, I can Covenant the 2/2 life, or Exalted. Well, actually, I could chump here and still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a land for turn 7 to kill something, but then I'm all tapped out. Spider Spawning is not fantastic right now. This seems fine. It doesn't add any power to his board this turn. Like, he's hitting us for the same amount. I can't block him, but I do get the Covenant and 2-for-1 him, which I'm happy with, unless he has God's Willing. If he has God's Willing, we're in a little bit of trouble here. Vengevine is pretty sweet. I'm going to attempt this. And let's see the God's Willing. Yep, there it is. He did have the God's Willing, so I imagine we lose this game. Well, we're on a clock right now, and it's not looking good. Unless we draw, like, another Covenant, which I'm not even sure if I have another one in here. Or, that's also bad for us. It's another Exalted, so we're taking 5. He just curved out perfectly. 1 drop into 2 drop into 3 drop, God's Willing, and a 5 drop. I mean, I'm not really upset about losing this game. He just curved very nicely. It's actually, to be honest, it's not over yet. We do have spider spawning, so... But that only gets us... That actually only gets us 1. It's kind of sad. Or maybe, just maybe... Maybe it gets us 2. Like, he could just not block this. He obviously... It's obviously like, why? Why are you doing this? He's thinking about it hard. Nope. Damn. Alright, well, we lose this game by a long shot. I don't know if his deck was better than ours. I definitely wouldn't say that, but he had probably, like, the nut draw. 1 drop into 2 drop into 3 drop. A play that protects his guy on turn 4, and then a 5 drop. And I don't know how much of that he started out with, but Nylie's Disciple would have been pretty good. If we'd hit something with Genesis Hydra, it would have been pretty good, but God's Willing's hard to play around. We can't just not play our card, hoping he doesn't have it. Oh well, we'll try the next one here. 1 lander, we cannot keep. 5 lander, not much better. I mean, we have like a really late Genesis Hydra. But this deck doesn't mull down to 6 very well, or anything after that. I wouldn't be disappointed with seeing Cultivate. Really, I guess the card we want to see next turn is Satyr Wayfinder. Start getting some things in the graveyard and hit some extra lands. Gather Courage doesn't really need to be in my deck, so I think I would replace it with like another Young Wolf or something like that. Is this the guy we just played? No, I don't think it is. Shadowborn Demon's going to be okay, but not great because we don't have any graveyard shenanigans going on. We do have double black and double green though. A 5 drop is not what we wanted to draw. At least not with any way to ramp into it. And to be honest, Cultivate's really the only ramp card we have. Was not expecting Cultivate on the other side there. So he's going to be winning in the land race. Nesh and Asp is pretty good. I'm still going to wait on Genesis because I'm not likely to hit something for 2. Obviously, I think next turn I play the Asp. If he plays something ridiculous, and it looks like he's 5 color, then I can Shadowborn Demon it. What does this do? Power and toughness are each equal to... Okay, so it looks like some weird domain deck. It's fine. Excuse me on that. Did not realize my controller was dying. Alright, so we want to land. And do we want to kill the 4/4 now? Do we want to ask? He probably has removal for whatever. I like the Asp because it lets us gather courage, which I don't really know what gather courage does for us, but there you have it. Every turn we hold off on Genesis Hydra, the better it gets, too. I want to see him pass the turn, really. I'm going to block if he attacks with the 4/4 here. And if he wants to waste a combat trick to kill Neshinasp, that's okay. I have things to replace it with. We'll see. It's hard to predict what he's going to do, if we can predict it at all, because he technically has one of every color up right now. Rafik. This is Exalted and Double Strike. So that's going to be a 5/5 Double Striker? Let's trade. Gets rid of his biggest guy, and then we can Shadowborn Demon Rafik. Rafik is kind of just ridiculous, to be honest. Let's, I will lose Shadowborn Demon next turn. But that's an even trade for, killing off his Double Striker. And then, I guess next turn we go ahead with Genesis Hydra for 5. That's pretty good. Depends on what we draw, of course, but... Spider spawning is not great right now. Actually, it's terrible right now. Oh, this stupid 8/8 thing. Huh. Alright, let's tap out for Genesis. See what we can hit on 5. Wayfinder's pretty bad compared to the other stuff here. But we're milling creatures too, so... Spider spawning just got a little better. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures in graveyard. If I chump this turn, that's 5. He starts getting lifelink though, and he's gonna outpace us very quickly. We don't really have a good way to beat this thing. Alright. The 5-color nonsense is getting pretty hard to beat. All the lifelink is really the problem here, so... He attacks with the 8/8. Or he doesn't attack with the 8/8. Interesting choice here. So, what I can do is type. Maybe I can work this so that I can trade Genesis Hydra for both of these. Because I can Titanic Growth and attack, or I can attack and Titanic Growth. It depends on whether he blocks or not. I think it's worth doing to try and Titanic Growth for a blowout. Block, block, yes, yes, do it, hit Y, hit the Y button. Oh, almost missed it. Alright, so my guy survives, his guy dies, and then I can hunt the weak to kill Baneslayer too. He does gain life off that one though, which is mildly annoying. Yeah, it has lifelink. Protection's not relevant. Actually, you know what? I still, like... I can hunt the weak next turn and my Genesis Hydra actually survives that fight. But, if he has stuff untapped next turn, it's unlikely it'll work. I probably should have taken it there just to wipe this threat, but with the land he's got and 5 cards in hand, he probably just drops threat after threat here. And we are going to get outpaced. It's worth noting, I can make a beast too. I hate playing against this card, it's annoying as hell. But it does let us hunt the weakest Baneslayer this turn. He gains 5. Alright, and question is, do we make a beast? I think so. The 3/3 is really better than the 1/1 we're gonna get off Soul. We do need to start attacking him. Bad draw is bad. Hunt the weak. He gains 5 more life there, jeez. Also, I can't attack with Genesis this turn or it dies. We're not looking so hot right now, especially with that obelisk on the other side. He can just lightning bolt us every turn. He's at double our life. Also, I hate this guy. He leads to some very awkward scenarios. I like to imagine his hand is 4 lands. That would be awesome. The abilities on this are kind of ridiculous. Yep, here's another 5-color flying does a lot thing. Spider spawning is good against it though. Or well, we're not going to get too many spiders anyway. Right now we're at 1, 2, 3 spiders. But they have reach. We have 7, 8, 9 lands, so we can do 5 and 8. We can do both of these, but Cultivate's a really shitty draw there. Like, we don't need more land. Let's see, do you block Genesis? I have to deal damage, I really do. And I can't let Maelstrom hit me or he just gets to play free cards. Actually, I messed up. Like, with this, he can just give a dude +2, +4, +4. Which is probably what he's doing here. I'm pretty sure he's winning this game. His cards are, like, overall, the 5-color deck can play the most powerful stuff. And now I don't even have, like, a threat on board. I do get one more spider, though, right? And I can flash it back next turn. I mean, he's got to have weaker creatures in his deck. I don't know. Look at this graveyard, though. Like, Rafik, Fusion Elemental, Baneslayer, Maelstrom, the Obelisk. How do we beat this deck? That's a beatable card. You attack with Maelstrom Angel, right? Yeah, draw more land. That's fantastic. I'm gonna play a couple more turns, but he's out racing us. And I don't know why he wants to gain life rather than deal damage to us. I'm thinking, like, what's the ideal draw here? Damn. I actually should have blocked Predator with, Satyr Wayfinder to get another spider when I flash back. I can do it next turn, though. It's not end of the world here. And another land, my god. cultivate, sure. You go right on ahead. Throw a Wayfinder in front of this guy, and oh, he's not attacking with the other one. So another spider. It might be worth putting Reclamation Sage in this deck, just for the off chance that they have a card like that. Reclamation Sage isn't as dead as like Naturalize if they don't have something, since it's still a creature. What did we mill? 2 more creatures. I'll give it 1 more turn. Try to chump block. I mean, we don't really have anything in our deck that can win here. Never mind. I don't think we can win that game. So I'll go ahead and concede it to him. I think he drew all his threats pretty early, but they were enough to do it. Yeah, it was... We dealt with the first couple... Actually, we dealt with quite a few threats there, but... He just had more. Also, I mean, the Obelisk... If the Obelisk wasn't there pinging us for 3 every turn, or letting him gain 4 life, I think I would have continued to play it out. Because spider spawning would have been very good there. But with the Obelisk, he just gets value out of it, and we can't really keep up with it. For a 5-color deck, he drew all the cool 5-color cards, so... Again, I don't feel bad. I think we just lost 2 in a row, right? But, pretty insane draws. This hand's terrible. Because it absolutely 100% needs to draw something good. This is a 1-lander. That's a 1-lander with the wrong color. This could be not great. But, like, I don't know. What else do we do? Mull down the 4? I could have kept the first one, but 3 lands and all 5 or 6 drops, and no way to ramp or do anything. It's not good. Alright, we're gonna be doing not so good. If I can get this and then cultivate, that'll let us stabilize here. Oh, he mulliganed down to 4, it looks like. He only has 2 cards in hand right now. It looks like he's some sort of evasive deck just based on these 2 creatures. So we have a chance. Our mull down to 5 was not in vain. Cool. I like Disciple. Cultivate, unless he's like packing a negate for our Cultivate, then we're gonna get to cast this. It's gonna be late, but this card's better late anyway. Well, better late than never, I should say. We have a lot of stabilizers here. We don't have our big threats, but we have a lot of life gain to counteract his minor damage. Treasure Find's like, okay. If we can Covenant him or, I don't know, do something, then... Oh, that wasn't great, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. It would be annoying if his hand is just like double Void Snares or something. Or Dead Weights. If we draw a land, that'd be pretty good. We can play the... I don't even know this guy's name. Brazen Gladeheart. We want to draw a land here. And we do not, but we do draw a Wayfinder. We'll see what happens to it this turn. Sure. He's running out of answers, though. But, I don't know, these answers might be enough to win him the game at this rate. We're down to 11. It might have been better to Wayfinder last turn. And then the following turn we could have gained life. We are just not naturally hitting a land drop here, so we have to Wayfinder. We don't have any other play. We could have cultivated. We're pretty behind. Not digging it. That Cloudfin currently does 0 damage, so that's fine. Ooh, yay, woo. Spider spawning will be enough to take care of things. Alright, here's what I'm feeling. I could play Nylea's Disciple now and gain 3 life, which isn't amazing. Or I could treasure find this guy, replay him. It probably dies though, that's the problem. Like, I need to gain a little bit of life. I could also treasure find and then cultivate, getting this back, and then save it for next turn. I probably should have played Cultivate a long time ago. I'm probably being stupid and I should play it now, but let's do this. Stem next turn's attack. And bounce spells are bad against this. It just lets me gain more life, so that's where I'm at. We have Covenant 2, which I'm really liking. And with him only having 1 in hand, I'm not too worried. It's clearly not a creature. Otherwise, he would have played it to bump up that Cloudfin Raptor. It's probably like a Void Snare or what have you. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, let's attempt to gain some life. Which of these is worse for us? We can't block any of them. But Cloudfin Raptor has the most potential. I don't know, Spider Spawning can take care of it though. Let's just hit the 1/1. Or the unblockable rather than the flyer. That stabilizes quite a bit. We could actually even treasure find Covenant if we need to. I don't feel bad about this game, really. Sure. He did gain life off of that, but really, I'm not worried about losing Wayfinder. So here's what... Let's actually attack him for once. And let's play this guy. And let's get Covenant back. So, if he doesn't kill anything, I can Covenant next turn, and that's just gonna swing it back in our favor again. And he's just got all the control cards. Like, I understand his deck's pretty good, but it doesn't have any power to it. Or at least I'm not seeing it. It probably does. Like, if he had the blue Paragon right now, I'd be pretty much dead. Oh. Neat move. He's, powering up his, other Cloudfin Raptor. He's definitely trying to race me here. He's trying to beat me before I can, gain enough life. And what's the best thing to do? How many spiders do we get? 3. 1, 2 spiders. Tricky. We can play both of these this turn. I don't know. I think I want to get the spiders down to block his Cloudfin Raptors. And then we're taking 1 per turn. We can deal with that. He's top decking now too. Whereas we have cards. I should have played Cultivate a long time ago, but I was really trying to save it to gain life off those dudes. Alright, so he top decked the land. He's in trouble. I don't know, he probably hits us for 1 here. That's all well and good. You can pass, sir. You don't have any cards left. Yeah. Alright, so I can cultivate, play a land, and then Covenant. We're not going to try to get fancy for the 3rd time with this guy. Next turn, I can Wayfinder for a land and play that Graveheart. Like, we want to kill the Shore Stalker, because that's the only one that's really doing damage to us. We do tap down our Reach guys this turn, but we gain 4 life back. And looks like he drew something other than a land. He is debating hardcore though. Well, that's good. It does evolve his guys again. And I don't really know what he has to trigger Heroic that wouldn't just kind of disadvantage him. Oh, our draws are terrible. We really want, like, Neshinasp or, I don't know, something. Let's play this dude. Let's play Wayfinder and hopefully fetch us a land. I'm actually fine with sending Spider Spawn into the graveyard because we can flash it back. At this point, we probably want to start chumping Cloudfin Raptors. And we can Assistant here as well. Probably mill in all our best creatures. Genesis Hydra would have been pretty good here. We are not winning right now, though. Alright, so we have 1... Ooh, Vengevine is in our graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes in the grave. And I think 2 spider spawnings in the grave. 1, 2. So I'm fine trading off spiders for Cloudfin Raptors here. Or, well, blocking. And let's try to be fancy. Let's try to kill a Cloudfin Raptor. Oh, he has no cards in hand? So yeah, we kill off one of his Raptors. Take 2 down to 7. And now I'm fine drawing lands because they gain us life. I'm also not really worried about the agent. I have enough creatures on board that its heroic is not threatening. 7, 8, 9 mana. It costs 7 to flashback spider spawning. So I'm gonna spider spawn this turn. If I draw another creature, I can play those 2 creatures potentially and Vengevine. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good now. This was a weird game. Both of us mulliganed. I guess it's not over yet, but it feels like I'm probably going to pull the win out. Especially, he's not even trying to bluff with lands. Cloudfin Raptors, yeah, he's like, nope. Do I have the win next turn? I have... Let's see, I have, if he blocks the 3 power, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. So I'm hitting him for 12, I think. Agent of Fates. I didn't even see anything really that triggers heroic here. Oh, this was a weird game. I think we played it smart. Well, actually we didn't. We played it really stupid by not using our Cultivate early on. But, we snatched up the win here. Yeah, and I think his draws were bad too, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. The Void Snare on his guy to trigger Evolve was it was kind of a cute play, but I think it would have been better if he just held on to Void Snare for something, I don't know, a little more threatening. Anyway, we'll go up. Here we go. Against Shoddy Aphid, we will start up another match. Agent of Fates is a strong card. At the very least, it does have Death Touch, so it trades. Bad Hand is back. But Agent of Fates really gets you if you get it down early and you can consistently trigger the heroic. I am on the draw. This is a very slow start, but I'm going to try to keep it. Spider Spawning is actually useless in this hand. It needs to draw something good, but it has both colors. It does have a turn 4 Disciple. And black-red is not what we want to see here. Alright, we have 4 lands. We do not want to draw lands. We want to draw 2 or 3 drops. This is okay for now. I am not scared of Asphodel Wanderer either. Alright, looks like we're not doing anything till turn 4. And Nihila's Disciple is not going to be great if it just drops for 2 on itself. Yeah, I think I will replace this Gather Courage with another 1-drop. Maybe an Elvish Pioneer, which I don't really like. This hand's actually pretty bad now that I think about it. Like, the Spider Spawning does nothing, Treasure Find does nothing because we're not able to put anything in the graveyard. Oh well. Chain and Disciples is pretty good. And Treasure Finding one of them back means that we can afford to take damage here. Also, this card's not... I don't know, a 5/5 is not going to be easy for us to beat. Alright, well he's got an Anthem for black creatures here. He is down to 3 cards in hand though. I always like to assume one of them is a land, which is always wrong to assume that, but... Alright, let's get down a Disciple, go back up to 19. Disciple does block this. But it's not gonna block this because he can give it Death Touch. Cool, cool. I'm okay with him playing lands right now. I really want to see him, like, Bolt of Keranos this. Like, try to deal 3 damage to it so I can Gather Courage. And he didn't attack there. He has a free attack, really, because he can pay 1... Oh, never mind. It's 3 to give something Death Touch. 3 to regenerate. Maybe he just doesn't want to trade those creatures off. Which is fair. Alright, so... we play another Disciple and we leave up Ulcerate. And it's kind of rough swinging into him too. End of turn, I'll Ulcerate his Paragon, I think. Or we will Ulcerate that instead. We can't Ulcerate it. That sucks. I don't know why he's attacking. He doesn't have Death... yeah. He can't give this Death Touch and he can't regenerate it. Maybe he's just doing it to try and get a counter on that card. But yeah, I'm gonna block it. It's one less creature I'm getting hit by, so... maybe he has 2 kill spells in hand and he's just getting risky here. Trying to blow him out with Titanic Growth. Cool. Sorry, Tormentor. You do not get to hit me today. I could Treasure Find Titanic Growth, but it's not the best play here. We have absolutely no graveyard enablers this game. Just a little rock, but... Agent of Fates, I also... well, no, that's a 3/2 with +1/+1, so I can Ulcerate that. And I think I will go back down to 20 to do it. And that leaves him with a 2/2. And he potentially gets a 5/5. When can he do this? Remove. He can do that now. Huh. Gather courage for the win. Is he going to though? Oh, maybe he doesn't know he can instant speed that. I think you can just sack it now, but let's just pass. Nope. It's weird. Well, I don't know. He saw me blow out his Indulgent Tormentor, so he probably just assumes I have a way to pump my guy. Siege Dragon. I did not know this card was even in the game. It has haste, doesn't it? No, just flying. Oh, Wayfinder. Let's find a way. Oh, that would have been a good draw. Alright, we could Covenant, but that doesn't do anything, does it? No. Huh. We're facing a lot of power on the other board here. I will get... Oh, well... Let's actually get this back. And then next turn, kill whatever seems to be the biggest threat. Siege Dragon will kill Wayfinder. He could hit us for a lot here, but... maybe we can, like, Covenant him to the face for the win. Nightmare. Alright, so he's got a pretty late game deck. Good cards, though. And Nightmare does have flying. I don't see any reason why he doesn't attack with the dragon, at least. And no cards in hand, so... Ooh, Genesis Hunter is also good. I think we do need to deal with flyers, though. So it's possible we just Covenant this turn. Otherwise, if he draws a Swamp, this is uncovenantable. But I like just killing Siege Dragon, too. And we'll sack a Disciple next turn. And he's in top deck mode, so... I do have the cards in hand, so I'm feeling okay. But I'm not feeling like it's completely won right now. See what kind of attack we get out of him. Nightmare. What is your trick? Let's find out. Alright, so we're gonna blow him out again here. Basically, my Gather Courage nullifies his shock and his Nightmare dies. Works pretty nicely in our favor. Go and sack off a Disciple. That is... this is an interesting draw because it's great with Shadowborn Demon. I like Genesis here though. And Genesis into Disciple is good. Also, sending Vegevine to the graveyard is not bad. And we have the win next turn if he doesn't draw anything ridiculous. We can attack with Shadowborn and we can Covenant for the win. Which I'm perfectly happy with doing. What is this thing? An 8/7 regenerate. That is not worth 8 mana, I do not think. 8 mana, really? Yeah, I do not think that card is worth playing. It's good, it's almost unkillable, but look, he even tapped out for it, so I don't know. Alright, let's just Covenant him for the win. To be honest though, if I weren't ahead, I'm almost like guaranteed to lose to that creature. No, I don't want to Covenant myself. And he's reading like, oh shit. Sorry, Shouty Apid 030. Your 8/7 1 mana regeneration skeleton worm is a little late. He's got a lot of powerful black cards in his deck. Thankfully, we had answers to him. He took blocks when we needed him to block. And we were able to counteract his own tricks, so we managed to pull up on top there. But, I mean, Indulgent Tormentor, followed by Siege Dragon, followed by Nightmare, followed by Giant 7 power, 8 power regenerating worm. Seems good. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video off. Maybe start up another video, and I'll see how the audio worked out. Hopefully, it worked out well. If not, you'll just get another blank one, and I'll be just talking to myself here. So, thanks for watching. Leave comments below, and see you all soon. Thanks.